Here's a question for you. How would your life change if you could finally control your money instead of your money controlling you? Imagine breaking free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle, crushing your debt and watching your savings grow. And no, it's not a dream, it's totally doable with the right habits. In this video, I am sharing 8 practical money habits that can start right now in January to set yourself up financial freedom. And trust me, the last one, it's a habit that nobody talks about and can completely transform your financial mindset. So let's get started. I'm Horia Grigorescu, a 36 years old dad, husband, lawyer, entrepreneur, and someone who spent a lot of time figuring out how to make money work for me and not against me. Let me tell you something. I didn't come out of the gate as a financial wizard. Like many of you, I've made many mistakes. Overdraft fees, impulse purchases, not saving enough when I should have. But over time, I have learned that financial freedom isn't about making more money. It's about using your money smarter. In today's video, I will share 8 actionable money habits that help me save more, stress less, and start building real wealth. Whether you're struggling with debt, trying to save for a big goal, or just want more breathing room in your budget, these habits are for you. Stick around because the last habit I'll share is completely changing your way of thinking about finances. So let's start. Number 1, the power of budgeting. Let's start with the foundation of financial freedom, a budget. I know, budgeting doesn't sound glamorous, but hear me out. It's like your GPS for your own money. Without it, you're just wandering aimlessly. The 50-30-20 rule is my favorite starting point. 50% for needs like the rent, groceries, utilities, 30% for your wants, dining out, hobbies, subscription, and 20% for savings or paying off debt. How to start, you might think? Well, spend 30 minutes reviewing your last 3 months of expenses. Categorize them as needs, wants, or saving. Adjust your spending and fit it in the 50-30-20 rule. Now, here's a quick story. When I started budgeting, I realized I was spending a ridiculous amount of money on late night food delivery, hundreds of dollars a month. I switched to cooking more at home, and money now goes straight into my investment account. Number 2, automate your savings. Here's the hard truth. If you wait until the end of the month to save whatever's left, you'll never save enough. That's why you need to pay yourself first. How it works, you might wonder. Well, set up an automatic transfer from your saving account or investment account as soon as your paycheck hits your account. So transfer those money there. Start small. You need only $50 a month to make a difference in the beginning. Now, let me give you a pro tip. Create separate accounts for specific goals like an emergency fund, traveling, a down payment on a house. Automating saving takes the decision making out of your hands so you're building wealth on autopilot. Number 3, building an emergency fund. Let's talk about emergency because they will happen. Whether it's a car repair, medical bill, or an unexpected job loss, life has a way of, throwing a curveball at us. The goal, save for 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in a high yield saving account. Start small. Even saving $20 a week can add up. The key is consistency. Imagine how less stressful you're going to think when you will know that you have a financial cushion for the unexpected moments. By the way, if you're finding these tips helpful, take a moment to give this video a thumbs up. It helps our channel, Quantum Prosper, reach more people who want to master their money. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. We've got plenty of content coming to help you achieve your financial goals. Now, let's get back to our business for today. Number 4, track your expenses like a detective. You can't fix what you don't see. Tracking your expenses gives you a clear picture of where your money is going, and often it's eye-opening experience. How to do it? Well, use apps like Mint, Pocket Guard, or Gamp, or for 1 week write down every expense, no matter how small. A few years ago, I tracked my expenses and I realized I was spending over $100 on monthly streaming services that I barely used. Canceling them freed up money for important goals like investing in my kids' education fund. Number 5, cooling off rule for the big purchases. Impulse purchases are budget killers. So introduce the cooling off rule. For any expense over $100, wait 30 days before deciding. How it works, it gives you time to evaluate whether the purchase aligns with your priorities or not. Often, you'll realize you don't even need that thing at all. Here's a challenge for you. Write down now one big purchase you've been eyeing and wait 30 days before buying it. You might be surprised how much your perspective will change. Moving on to number 6, embrace cash for non-essential. Here's a fun experiment. Well, switch to using only cash for discretionary spending. Studies show that physically handling over cash makes you more mindful about your purchases. Here's how to try it. Withdraw a set amount of cash at the beginning of the week for the things like dining out or entertainment. When it's gone, it forces you to prioritize and think twice before spending. Number 7, crush high debt interest. Debt is one of the biggest barriers to financial freedom. If you're carrying credit card debt, it's time to tackle it head on. Next, I'll give you 2 methods to try. The snowball method, meaning pay off your smallest debts first to build momentum. And the second one, the avalanche method, in which you focus on debts that are with high interest to save money over time. Let me give you another pro tip. Call your credit card company and ask for a lower interest rate or transfer your balance to a zero APR card. This is for real and can really help you. For example, a friend of mine recently called their credit card provider and got a reduced APR from 20 to 12%. This call helped him save hundreds of dollars a month. Number 8, investing now, even if it's just $5. If you think you need thousands of dollars to start investing, think again. Apps like Robinhood, Acorns, or Stash let you start with as little as $5. You might be asking yourself, but Horia, what to invest in? Low-cost index fund or ETFs for the long-term growth, or dividend stock if you want a passive income. The earlier you start investing, the more time the money has to grow through compound interest. Let me give you another challenge right now. Open an investment account today and deposit $5. It's not about the amount, it's about building that habit. And now, as I promised, here's the most overlooked habit. Schedule a monthly money meeting. What is that? Well, set aside 30 minutes at the start of each month to review your budget, track your progress, and adjust as needed. Why it works? Well, it keeps you accountable and ensures you are always aligned with your goals. Imagine starting each month knowing exactly where you stand financially. That's the kind of confidence this habit can give you. So friends, now let's recap those 8 habits that we have been discussing today. Create a budget using 50-30-20 rule. Automate your savings to make wealth building effortless. 3. Build an emergency fund for financial peace of mind. 4. Track your expenses to identify wasteful spending. 5. Cooling off rule to avoid impulse purchases. 6. Switch to cash for discretionary spending. 7. Eliminate that high interest debt to free up your income. And 8. Start investing today to let compound interest work its magic. Remember, you don't have to tackle all this habit all at once. Start with 1 or 2 and build from there. Small, consistent steps can lead to massive changes over the long time. Now, check out the related videos for more strategies to master your money this year. I want to hear from you. Which habit are you going to start with first?